Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Keith's Boxing Gym Talk. I am your host, K-Rob216. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you. You know what I'm about to talk about. I did want to make me a video about the predictions of the Fatal Fury card that just went off, but I had a very busy day with work and going to grocery shopping and stuff like that and grilling. I didn't have enough time, but we're about to get into what happened. It's a lot of stuff that I didn't expect to go down, but it did. But before we get into that, though, I want you guys to like and subscribe. Again, like and subscribe, please. Now, we all gonna talk about the elephant in the room. What just happened? Ryan Garcia just lost to Rolly Romero. Huge upset, massive upset. Ryan Garcia just looked like he was off tonight. Looked like he was off. But at the same time, though, Rolly Romero, he had a great game plan. I don't know the name of his new coach, but he's got a Cuban coach. Got him in that Cuban school. Had his right hand up. Ryan Garcia couldn't connect with the left hook, that fast left hook like he always do. Rolly looked at a lot stronger at welterweight than what Ryan Garcia did. Ryan Garcia just looked flabby. He got knocked down in the second round, and that's when all the aggressiveness went away. It was like he didn't want to feel Rolly's power. Rolly looked like he had a lot of power, a lot in those legs. His legs looked very good, very damn good. His upper body looked like a bodybuilder or something like that. Man, he just looked buff in there and just looked too strong. And he couldn't do nothing with him. Ryan Garcia couldn't do nothing with him, man. It was just like one of the worst performances I ever seen from Ryan Garcia. Derek, his trainer Derek was in there pleading with him, let his hands go, that you train too hard, you train so hard for this fight. Ryan Garcia said something about the weather or something like that. I don't know if that was a big factor. Maybe it was, because he said this before the fight even happened, that he was nervous about the weather. But we never know. But I'm not going to make any excuses for Ryan Garcia. Rolly Romero, I'm very happy for you. I'm proud of you. I thought Ryan Garcia was going to get you out of there in about the fourth or the fifth round with one of his fast left hooks. But like I said, you kept your right hand up, so his left hook wouldn't land, and that was damn good. I'll take my hat off to you. You was using your jab. You was being very aggressive. Great fight. I take my hat off to you. Now, where do they go from here? I think Jim Lampley and all of them guys were talking about maybe he can fight Devin Haney next, and I'm going to get to him next and his performance. But then I think I did see something about Jim Lampley said that Rolly Romero might be a little bit too strong for Devin Haney. And that's what we're about to get into right now. Devin Haney, the middle card of the fight. I mean, they were all main events, but he was the second fight. He fought Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez has 2 losses on his record. He was once a champion, unified champion at 140 pounds, I think. Before he lost to Josh Taylor for the undisputed championship of the world. And then he lost to Arnold Barboza. I expected Devin Haney to do more. Just a lot of running. He threw flurries at times. He countered every once in a while, every once in a blue moon. Every few rounds he would counter and hit him with a nice punch, but he couldn't do nothing with Jose Ramirez. He couldn't. His power, nothing. Even though he looked very strong at welterweight, but he just didn't do it. So this leads me to think, how much does Devin Haney have left in the tank after that beating he took from Ryan Garcia last year? How much did it take out of him? Because he couldn't get away from the left hook. He got damaged real bad. For one, I didn't think he was going to be the same fighter as last year, but I thought he was going to do enough to beat Jose Ramirez, just given the fact because he got his O back, so I thought that would give him a little confidence. But I guess he just played safety first. He got beat bad last year, even though it got changed to a no contest. It kind of puts me in the mind frame of like what happened with Anthony Joshua when he got stopped by Andrew Ruiz in the first fight. And then the rematch, he was just real tentative because, Anthony Joshua was in kill mode. He was very aggressive before the Andrew Ruiz fight. And then after the knockout, and when he came back, he just started safety first. It seemed like that's something that Devin Haney did. He's still kind of quick. He's got his footwork and stuff like that, but I expected a lot more aggressiveness and stuff like that. So he did disappoint a lot of fans and stuff like that tonight. Where does he go from here? I don't know. Maybe him and Rolly can fight. I don't know. Maybe Devin Haney can let his hands go more than what Ryan Garcia did against Rolly Romero. Maybe he can get those counters off, but at the same time, though, Rolly Romero is very strong. He looked very strong. He looked like he belonged in the welterweight division. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, they looked like they felt very uncomfortable at welterweight. It showed tonight. So what I want to get into, the fight that I wanted to see the most, even though it was the first fight, but you know how boxing politics go. It was the only championship fight of the night, even though Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero was for the WBA regular title. I don't consider that a real championship. Teofimo Lopez, man, as much as I dislike him, as much as I dislike his antics and stuff like that, he impressed me a lot tonight, man. He showed his quickness. He was lean. He was chiseled. He was in his footwork. He was jabbing, countering at times. He got hit with a couple big punches, but that's it, about a couple. That's it. Arnold Barboza was just too slow for Teofimo Lopez. He couldn't set his feet. He couldn't get his rhythm going. Teofimo Lopez gave him a distorted picture. He didn't give him enough time to do that. And I take my hat off to Teofimo Lopez. Like I said, I don't like him at all, his antics and stuff that comes out of his mouth, but he did a damn good job tonight. I take my hat off to him. And Arnold Barboza, he was ranked number 3 by the Ring Magazine. The Ring Magazine, he's a good fighter. You know, he just beat Jack Catterall, I want to say in February. And so he was way more active. He had more ring activity than Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez fought last summer, almost a year ago against Steve Claggett. Teofimo showed what he can do, though, even though he was a smaller man, but he outboxed him. He toyed with him at times and stuff like that. So we can see that Teofimo Lopez in the future instead of the lackluster performances that we've seen against Jermaine Ortiz. I can't think of the other dude's name. The real tricky dude. I can't think of it right now. The dude from Spain, I think. But if he keeps up with his performance, though, he's ready for the world. I think he's ready for the Shakur Stevenson. He's ready for the Tank Davises and stuff like that. I know Shakur Stevenson will fight him in a heartbeat. After a performance like that, though, I don't know what Tank would do if he would give him an opportunity to fight. Tank, if he's going to move up or anything like that, or try to make him do a catch weight. I don't know. But Tank's got some unfinished business with Lamont Rocha. That's another story. But, man, all in all, though, it was an all right card. Like I said, the whole card threw me off, except for the first, the Teofimo. I was wrong with all 3 of my predictions, so maybe I shouldn't have made that prediction thing. I had Arnold Barboza. I thought that was going to be a draw. I didn't think Teofimo was going to look good at all in that fight because of the size and stuff like that. And he's got, Arnold Barboza's got decent footwork. I thought Ryan Garcia was going to get Rolly Romero out of there early in the fight, but Rolly Romero ended up upsetting the odds. I think Ryan Garcia was a minus 900 favorite or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, so that threw me off a lot. I thought Devin Haney was going to do the same thing he did to Regis Prograis. I thought he was going to do the same thing he did to Jose Ramirez when he did to Regis Prograis. But he didn't, though. He just looked like a flash of himself, a shadow of himself and stuff like that. So where do these guys go from here? Ryan Garcia is going to have to go back to the drawing board. I don't think he's very comfortable at welterweight. I think he needs to work his way back down to 140 pounds. Just have to discipline himself, hire nutritionists, get back down to 140 because 147 is not where it's at right now with him. Devin Haney, I think he needs like a couple more fights, tune-up fights. Probably like one more tune-up fight before he goes into the ring and try to, go for a championship. Gary Anton Russell, I think that would be too much for him right now. I think it would be too strong for him. Puello, the dude that beat Gary Russell, I think he would be too much for him right now if Devin Haney goes in there with that same mindset, that same skill set that he did tonight. Rolly Romero, man, he's probably on his way to a title shot or something like that. He definitely deserves it. I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. I won't make no excuses for Ryan Garcia, man. Yeah, man, he did his thing tonight, man. So, man, that's all my time I got right now. I did want to, tomorrow, I will, we have to fight with Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. So I will be making me a predictions video with that tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so I will definitely do that. So, guys, I thank you. Thank you for the night. Thank you for the fight. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Don't you guys forget to like and subscribe. Again, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys.